It feels like to me, the main thing that people are worried about is rates. Like everyone's somehow fallen back in, like degenerated. Like, oh my god, we're getting rate cuts, and this is the thing that's going to just like turbo send us. Almost ignoring the fact that we've rallied a lot in the last 2 years because of other things, such as like the big AI boom, and just kind of like this new paradigm where we can have like higher rates and equity growth. So it's almost like everyone's just forgotten about that. We're like, oh no, we're going to have few. Not only are we not going to have hikes, it's just fewer rate cuts in 2025. Like, forget hikes, but people are freaking out as if there are going to be hikes, but really they're just going to be fewer rate cuts. So it seems very overblown to me, because when you take a step back, okay, maybe we have no rate cuts for 2025, maybe we just have fewer rate cuts. But even if rates stay where they are, like it's very different to maybe the PTSD people have from 2 years ago when inflation hit 9%, and when it hit 9%, where was the base rate? Like 2.5% or something like that. Whereas right now, you're gonna have a base rate in the context of like 4 to 5% or 4.5 to 5, wherever it ends up settling. And inflation is what, like around 3. So
Yeah,
it's just a
because
very different like setup
inflation is
here.
the discounting mechanism, not rates.
Exactly. That's exactly, yeah,
And
exactly. Yeah.
so the other thing that's interesting about this cycle is the best indicator for almost everything in the world is the ISM survey, the business cycle. The ISM is still not above 50.
Yeah.
And, back in 2017, it had come 50, but by about Feb, March, it really started accelerating. So we haven't even had a business cycle yet. Now, what's interesting is the best indicator of when you should be looking for a top in crypto is when the ISM is peaking, because that's when liquidity starts changing. Now, that happened really early in 2021 because of the pandemic. So it happened in March 2021. 2017 didn't happen until the end of the year. I think because ISM has been so low this year, there's a chance that this thing doesn't peak until Q1 2026. So it's
Yeah.
it's a slightly different cycle, but we're just not even in the ballpark of looking for a larger top.